You know how to learn, but you don't know how to do. They taught you how to learn, but they didn't teach you how to do. This is Mike with Mr. No Fluff. And in the society and the school systems that we've grown up in, they teach us a lot about learning. We can look at a book and learn. We can watch TV and learn. We can get on YouTube and learn. We can get on Facebook and watch videos and learn. Or we could get on blogs and read and learn. So we have become masters of learning. We can learn anything. But, my friends, learning causes confusion. Learning causes doubt. Learning causes fear. If this one ingredient is not added to it. The most important ingredient after learning is action, is the doing. So many students pay me hundreds of thousands of dollars. So many students reach out to me for free. So many people I've tried to help. And one of the main problems that I've noticed, doesn't matter the level of education, doesn't matter how much money they make, doesn't matter what type of family they grew up in, is that my students, just like you, have all these questions, all these fears, all this doubt, all this confusion about 10 steps in the future. So let's say they're at step 0 or they're at step 3. They have all these fears and questions, drama about step number 8, step number 9, step number 15, even though they're only on step 3 or step 1 or wherever you may be in your life. This is why I have made the real estate investing book that I give you guys for free. And I talk about it heavily on my podcast, on my YouTube channel, on my Instagram, on my Facebook, in my videos, in my book. There's only 3 stepping stones of real estate entrepreneurship. Step number 1, lead gen. Step number 2, conversion. Get my book to get all the steps, guys. I'm not going to go into it. It's free. There's no shipping. There's nothing. But the point I'm trying to make is many of us get so scared, have fears, have confusions about the future steps. And that's what the problem is. This is why I'm doing this video, guys. And there's been millions of dollars made because of this one major problem, from academies, schools, colleges, universities, community colleges, occupational, what have you. That we as humans, when we look in the future, when we look further than where we are now, where we stand, and we look into the future, we have worries and doubts and fears and confusion. And what should I do here? What should I do if this thing happens and that and this? And it's normal after talking to hundreds, if not thousands of students. It's normal, guys. We all go through that. I go through that. Everyone goes through that. And one way that I have given it love is, instead of combating it, I'm just giving it love, and I'm only paying attention to today, to now. Not 5 minutes ahead, not 5 days ahead, and not 100 365 days ahead. I'm living my life right now. So if you're an entrepreneur, or if you're a real estate investor or a realtor, and your very first step, you're just starting out, like a friend of mine on Facebook reached out to me today. He had all these questions and all these doubts and complex ideas that he didn't even digest. So he was just spitting out stuff. Complex question. But where he was, he didn't even have a seller on the hook. He didn't have a motivated seller that he was talking to. He didn't even have a deal. So he hasn't even started. He hasn't even marketed. The seller hasn't even called them. But he's thinking about, what contract do I need, and do I need to know this strategy and this strategy. And he was talking about paperwork, and my end buyer is going to be this, my paperwork is going to be this. And he had all these questions, which is normal. But all these questions scare him, confuse him, and more importantly, derail him off the track. Guys, something that I always say is that to my students is, your heart knows what to do. It talks to you in silence, in very small voice. But your ego, your mind, is very loud, and it's a chaos, a confusion house. Its job is just to think about all the possibilities under the moon and the stars, and then some. And if you listen to your mind, if you listen to your ego, if you listen to that chaos, you can't live life. You can't be a bird and fly to your dreams, guys, because a bird is you. Nature is you. A tree is you. That seller is you. When you talk to a motivated seller and they're having hard times, that is you. And if you can't build rapport with them because you can't put yourself into their shoes, but actually, better yet, be them, then you're probably not going to get the deal when you're dealing with motivated sellers. Now, it's a little different when you do HUDs or, foreclosures and the tax auctions. But if you want to deal with direct home sellers, the strategies that I use called creative real estate financing, where I'm able to buy houses with no money, or not using my own credit, or poor credit, or great credit, or whatever your situation is. If you want to buy houses where you just take over people's house payments without getting a loan, without paying all the junk fees that the bank charges you. If you want to do options or master leases or wraps or etc., where you don't have to go to a bank and get into debt and sign your Social Security or your company EIN number, then to deal with the motivated seller, you have to be them, because they are you. And many of us fail to realize that because we don't live in the moment. We're thinking so much in the future. Okay? I need you to focus right now. If you're at step 1, which means that you're just starting out, you do not need to know how to fill out a contract. You do not need to know all these other things that all these academies and schools that make fortunes fueling, accelerating the confusion brain. What I want you to do is shut off your mind, your ego, and stop thinking. I want you to do. I want you to act. Your heart is just the action pump. And I want you to be an action pump. When you get to the step number 2, then at that time you could do the research for only the step number 2. When you get to step number 3, then at that time you will do the research and get the knowledge for step number 3. Or more than likely it'll just come to you. But if you just sit like they taught you in school and watch and learn, or read and learn and read and learn and learn and learn. You'll be one scary, confused individual, and you will never fly away like the bird to their dream. Hear what I'm saying, guys? Very powerful thing I'm sharing with you. If you had paid me that $25,000 for coaching, like some of my successful students, these are the things they get. It's really not about systems, which is they get that as well. Like I teach it in the Alchemy Stones class. But the point of the story is, follow your heart. It talks to you, but it's very silent and slow and quiet. Where your mind is loud and mean and confusing and distracts you from your purpose for why you're doing this. So listen to your heart, my friends. Listen to your heart. And no, you're not going to know everything. The most smartest person on earth knows a grain of sand compared to this complex galaxy that we live in. And know that you can learn from doing more than you can ever learn from learning, because learning is just sitting. Okay? And I want you to do, because you can't fly just sitting there. If you like this video, guys, if you're on iTunes, please leave me a review. If you're on Facebook or YouTube, click the like, share this message, and leave a comment and let me know what you're thinking about what I said. If you have any other ideas that you'd like me to do videos about, leave a comment about that as well, because I feel good helping you guys out. I feel good when people reach out to me and they tell me, hey Mike, thanks to you, I'm taking my wife to Hawaii. Hey man, thanks to you, my kid's gonna go at this. Hey, thanks to you, I'm quitting my job. Hey, thanks to you, I was able to take my first step. Hey, thanks to you, and not because of my ego, it really makes me happy. It really gives me joy. More than anything else I can say. It's the same joy as like you conquering something new. Like if you have a mountain to climb and you climb it, it feels good, right? If you've never done a deal and you get your first deal, it's that kind of feeling that's way more rewarding than the monetary value you get, because through those kind of experiences, I can live life and really experience multi people's experiences. That makes any sense. Anyways, guys, hustle and bustle. I got much love for you. Don't take no for an answer. See ya.